Yeah, welcome back to Fireside Bourbon. And we are going to do another cigar review. And we're actually going to do a pairing with this on a whiskey. We'll share that in a little bit. But this one is going to be on the My Father Gran Oferta. Beautiful wrapper. Look at that gorgeous wrapper. Nice little turquoise band at the bottom. Now the Gran Oferta actually means the grand offering or the large offering, the big offering. And this is part of the My Father brand by Garcia and Garcia. We're going to share a little history about their company here in a few minutes. It's a beautiful milk chocolate, darker milk chocolate wrapper. It's an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. It's a Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan filler in there. So we expect to get some good Nicaraguan notes like coffee, spices, some peppers, things like that, cacao, just different, chocolate notes. Just the typical things we get from our Nicaraguans, and then see what else might pop up. So good looking construction. It's a little veiny, not horrible. You can see the seam just a little bit, but nothing out of ordinary. Get this thing cut open so we can get a cold draw on it. There we go. Nice little cut on there. Nice little cut. Oh, yeah, beautiful spice right there. Coffee note coming out of that. Almost like a coffee bean. You know what it's like when you grind up a coffee bean? That's what I'm getting. Oh, beautiful note. A lot of pepper coming off of there. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Let's get that cold draw. This has been seasoning about 2 weeks in my humidor. This is a Toro Gordo coming in at 6x56. Let me double check that. Yeah, Toro Gordo coming in by 6x56. Perfect ring size. I like those about that size. Nice ring size. Anyway, we're going to get this thing lit up. Okay, so on the light up, lit real nice, toasted real easily. Got a nice little straight line around it to get the burn going. On the light up, got a lot of real earthy note coming out. What I normally get with Dominican cigars more than with the Nicaraguan, but I got it real strong. But it immediately dissipated through the smoke and went into more of a cedar note. Lots of black pepper. Lots of black pepper just inundated it. And then that was after about the third draw on it. A lot of cedar on the retrohale. Almost like you take a sheet of cedar and put it in your mouth and chew on it. That strong on the roof of the palate. The black pepper wasn't as strong just in on that retrohale. But it's real nice light up, real nice smooth. It started off, the first expression was creamy. But that immediately changed time it hit the mid palate. It went to more of a velvety, like you get when you touch velvet and you get that little fuzzy. That's what it was like on the mid palate there. So it says that it's not every year that My Father Cigars produces a new blend as part of the flagship My Father branded lines. They said the first line with the name was blended by, it's probably Jaime Garcia in honor of his father, Don Pepin Garcia, in 2008. It was followed up with Le Bijou, or Bijou, in 1922, which Don Pepin blended in honor of his own father, with later installments like Connecticut and the Opalencia and the Judge, of course, which we all know. If you're a cigar smoker, you're into that one, I guarantee you. Before La Gran Oferta was produced on the 10th anniversary, it uses the Nicaraguan filler and binder I told you about, the Ecuadorian Habano Rosado wrapper. It comes in anywhere from $8 to $11. So I think it's neat history there. This one here came in around 10. I want to say I paid like $10.50, $10.75 for this one, I think. Maybe a little less. Yeah, I think the Judge was around 10.50 cents. I think this was around $9.75 or 10. So been a minute since I bought it. I have to think on a second, go back, look at my notes. Okay, we're definitely into the first third now. Lots of wonderful cedar, black pepper notes, sweet notes coming through on the palate. Wonderful. We are pairing this. Let me grab this here bottle. We are pairing this with Larceny's Barrel Proof A124. This is last January's Barrel Proof Expression. It was a blend of 6 and 8 year barrels coming in at 6 year, obviously based on the rules, which is that you take the youngest barrel, and that's what your age statement is. Of course, there is not an age statement on the bottle, but it does acknowledge the 6 and 8. Coming in 124.2 proof, and just a wonderful wheated bourbon. 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. Nice moderate level wheat in there. Wonderful nose. So sweet. So much going on. Lots of oak spices. Lots of black pepper. Lots of cedar, and it plays great with this here smoke. Oh, the wonderful wood notes off of that. Perfect pairing. Look at that dark. Look at the legs on it. Got them as they're building back up. I just drank that. Look at them starting to run. Nice thick legs on there. Okay, we are in this final third. Pretty decent now. And the notes have totally swapped around. If you remember in the very beginning, I told you on the first light up, I was getting a real earthy, reminded me of a Dominican smoke almost. That real strong earthy has come back. Real tannic wood taste has come through. Very bitter coffee note has come through. And when I say bitter coffee, it's not necessarily bad. It's just it's stronger, and you're going to get it. It's not stronger on the strength of the body of the cigar, but it's stronger in the note profile itself. Real strong tannic wood coming out of there. Real earthy notes. Still a good smoke. Definitely dropping some numbers for me there. I've lost a lot of that chocolate. If you remember, it started off with a sweet chocolate, kind of turned into a bitter. Okay, so my final thoughts on this My Father La Gran Oferta is that it is a wonderful stick. Definitely the notes improved in the final third. About halfway through the final third, all that bitterness went away again. All the wonderful notes came back through. And again, the bitterness is not a totally offshoot. I mean, it's not like something I would get rid of it over. You're going to get that some. In every smoke, you're going to get some. It was just very prevalent there. And people that like real earthy, bitter notes, you're going to really enjoy that as that kicked in. But other than that, it is a definitely good stick. The biggest problem was the burn pattern. Could not keep a straight burn pattern, and did multiple relights, not really relights, but touch-ups to clean it up and straighten it up because it just didn't want to on its own. It would do it, but it's real slow. The other drawback is just the ash trail would not build. Very soft ash and kept falling. Other than that, great draw, great construction, great smoke, great flavor profile. It did jump around a little bit, but consistent on the notes that you got all the way through, just jumping back and forth what was out front, what was being hinted to, what was an undertone, or in the background. Other than that, here's where it comes out for me. Literally, I'm going to go a 9.0 out of 10. I think it's worth it, and I think it's a good smoke. It's worth picking up if you can find it. So that's our review. Folks, I'm only here for a good cigar.